that if we're going to find executive leaders who are stable and agreeable and dependable, we can't assume that there are more of them than there used to be. In fact, the trend seems to be showing that they're harder to find. Hello, I am Vincent. I am an executive advisor. I work with succession planning, primarily with CEOs and boards, and sometimes the people who are being developed to be the successor. As such, I also lead some Mygrow level leader cohorts, which are gatherings of these planful executive leaders, where they can learn from each other and journey together as they navigate those deep waters of succession. It was just a year ago, I read a Bartleby column in The Economist that talked about the character traits that are needed more than ever among managers and executive leaders. And they pointed to the fact that leaders need to be stable, not unstable. They need to be agreeable rather than vindictive, and that they need to be dependable. Reading this, I was reminded of a three-part assertion I've been making for some years. The first is that if we're going to find executive leaders who are stable and agreeable and dependable, we can't assume that there are more of them than there used to be. In fact, the trend seems to be showing that they're harder to find. That brings up the second and third part of the assertion, that we can't expect that these kinds of leaders are being developed elsewhere. Thirdly, we're going to have to double down, get our heads out of the sand, and start developing the leaders that we want to be our successors. There are a couple of tools that have been really helpful to me as I've been working at cultivating executive leadership myself. The first is Mygrow. It is a technology designed to help build emotional intelligence over time. And friends, if we're talking about leaders who are stable and agreeable and dependable, emotional intelligence is involved. I've been able to arrange for a 30-day free trial for anyone who serves as an executive advisor or maybe as a board member of an organization where you need to develop your up-and-coming leaders, or maybe you're a CEO and you need to mentor some others. Let me know and I'd be glad to hook you up. A second resource I draw on heavily are those assessments, or we might call them an assessment library, available from Wild Leaders. You can learn more about Wild Leaders at their website, wildleaders.org. Several of my colleagues and myself have completed the training to enable us to walk alongside you or someone you're responsible for as they work their way through this library of assessments and plot the course for their individual growth as an executive. Whatever you decide to do, I hope you're hearing this message that we can't expect that executive leaders, especially quality, emotionally intelligent leaders, are being developed elsewhere in the universe and they will just come to us. We have to get busy about our intentional development of the people that we expect to lead now and into the future.